Yes. So last time it was like the aftermath the of the battle. So it was like the day after the battle. Irina had the bite marks. You had, like you talked about, you'd offered to help her bring her to Vallaki, where there's said to be a holy ground there, but no one from Barovia has been there in like ages. Um, and you, what else happened after that in the mansion? Anything else you talked about? Now I can't even remember.
Professional DM. Not just giving you shit.
What else happened in the mansion before you went? Oh, they asked you to stay for the burial.
Funeral. Burial.
So it was really early in the morning. It was like first light that you headed over to the chapel. And yeah, you didn't meet anyone else between there. No. Oh, so you've been tasked as well to go to see Madame Ava by Ismar Kolyanovich, who recommended you see her, as if there is, he said, is if there's anyone in this land that knows how to defeat Strahd, it would be her. And her, she's on the way to Vallaki as well. So those are like your two sort of, like, that's where the direction of the compass is pointing at the moment. So you went to the church where Father Donovich was in mourning, who was like of the faith and praises the Morning Lord. You heard a little bit of lore about the Morning Lord, who Solomon, I think you recognized as, or made the connection to Lathander, the same sort of thing but different, same but different, just different ways of referring to him. Lathander is the god of sun and light. So the Barovians more or less praise that god and seek refuge with that god, but really Strahd is their god, essentially. So they've sort of lost sight of that. But Father Donovich is the father of Doru. Doru was a crazed as in furious Barovian who believed that he had the tools to assault and kill Strahd for good. So when Strahd recently awoke from his 100-year slumber, Doru and about 25 or 30 other Barovians actually went straight to Castle Ravenloft. None of them returned. There was no news of any kind as to their whereabouts. On the last night of the siege, Father Donovich told the three of you, and Ismark and Irina, that Doru had returned in the form of a monster or a beast and basically shredded like parts of the church. The church was already in a bit of disarray, but shredded parts of it and really fucked it up. He implored the three of you to kill him because he basically said, like, my son is long gone. This monster is just wearing the skin of my son. After a long conversation and a bit of a test that took place after you, Solomon, I think it was you that sliced your hand open and sort of tried to taunt. But he asked you to do it though, to see if he could pass basically a test of hunger, and he did successfully, thanks to the help and encouragement of the three of you. And he requested respectfully for you to end his life because he knew there was no good way out of this. So he had been turned into a vampire spawn by Strahd. He'd been, if it wasn't clear or if you forget, the process for that is basically it takes weeks of torture and agonizing pain, but the vampire Strahd had to drain its victims of all of their blood by drinking them all dry over the course of 2 or 3 weeks, and then they will be a vampire spawn after that. You killed him by water. I think you stabbed him. Solomon, you and him sort of had the knife together. It was a lovely moment. You stabbed him through the heart and then drenched him in water using shape water, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. Father Donovich obviously was beset with agony, just as he was before, but also to a degree some relief, and took solace that the three of you did what you could, you basically found out that he was still very much Doru, but Doru wanted this and asked for this. You went to the funeral where rites were spoken for Colian was killed by Strahd at the night of the sieges. He was the former burgomaster of the town, and he was killed by Strahd in his mansion just before Irina was bit on the neck. We assume to be Strahd. After the service, from the trees, there was like a burst of bats that flew out of this one tree next to where the funeral was presiding, bats with red eyes, and they all sort of flew back to the castle. And am I missing anything?
I'm pretty sure that's about where we left it was after the burial.
How are we looking for like potions and stuff? Minimal, I'm assuming.
You're not great from memory. I think I have
Still pretty minimal.
I have two potions.
I have two as well.
The page secretly has 11.
I have no idea how many I have. Give me a sec.
No, that's what someone who has 11 would say.
Yeah.
You meant to read both the digits.
Okay, so the funeral ends, and Father Donovich, he sort of slipped in, as he didn't see the bats or anything, but he sort of slipped inside the church, and the three of you are about to sort of take leave. Irina has just said that she's gone to fetch something back at the mansion, and Ismark's walked away as well to go help out the town. And Father Donovich runs as quickly as you would see Father Donovich run, which would just be a steady pace back to the three of you, and says to you, adventurers, there's something I nearly forgot. There was something that was it was obsessing Doru before he left, and I'm sure he would have wanted you to have it. He was obsessed with this Van Richten character. I've never heard of him, but he would ponder over his books and look through these notes, and I'd call him a madman for even believing it. But there was this map that he was. I believe he was going to go here before attacking the castle, but I give it to you now. Perhaps it could be of some use to you. And he hands you a map, which basically is a drawing just outside it. So the map takes you just outside of Barovia, in between, like about 3/4 of the way to Sirpool. The arrows divert off of the Svalich Road and into like it looks like a clearing, and there's some photos of like just next to the water, like turn here, like it's a clear map, and it says at the top of it, we're assuming Doru's writing, it says von Richten's weapon cache.
We don't want to go there.
I was gonna say like that we were still on the way to
Madame Ava.
Madame Ava, yeah, we were still on the way to Madame Ava. Can we just take the map and then head out there after?
Yeah, sorry, confusion there. Madame Ava lives at Sirpool. That is where she is believed to
I thought it
be.
was like that that other place.
No, Vallaki?
Yeah, Vallaki.
No, so Vallaki is where there is... Vallaki is basically the largest human settlement in these lands.
But that's not where she is. Okay.
That's not where she is. She is about halfway to Vallaki. She lives with other Vistani. It's on the way. Yeah. So
Yeah,
this actually is on the way as well, basically, just
Okay.
with a slight divergence off of the Svalich Road.
Well, we're already headed this way.
I hope it can be of use to you. May the Morning Lord bless the three of you. And he gives like a slight bow.
before we leave, given that they're like, what do you call it? Well, the name of the god is suddenly escaping me again.
Lothander, Morning Lord.
Lothander. Yeah, that's right. Can I take out the blueprint for that greatsword that you did say was like it looked radiant,
Yep,
and show it to him and see if he recognizes it?
absolutely. I'm gonna roll for him. I'll roll on screen. As a
Well, that
history.
means it was a good roll, and Brad doesn't want to improvise.
No, I want you guys to see it because I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
Okay,
well
so
played.
he takes Father Donovich gives this a really long look, and where did you find this? Where was this?
Nowhere near here. Back from where we come from.
Where you come from? On the other side of the mist.
Sure.
Hmm. These markings, they look to be something like, I can't put a finger on it, but it looks to be, yes, using there's symbols like this. There's symbols of this in the text of the Morning Lord, but I've never seen anything like this. It looks like a great weapon. I'm sure that doesn't help you.
Not at all.
Perception. Great perception check there.
He's rolled high on his perception, but low on his history.
Yeah.
Horatio's like, oh, really?
Yeah. I'm aware there's something here. I don't know what it is.
But he says, hold on to this. There's something. I cannot put a finger on it. The markings seem familiar to me, but I know not of any great weapon like this.
Yeah, I'll just put it back in my pack then.
Thanks, Father.
Thanks for your help. Yeah.
Cheers.
Very,
Tom.
very helpful.
You know, just like freed your son's spirit from his
Yeah.
vampire body, but it's okay.
All right. I
okay.
have nothing that I want to do here.
Well, hang on, Brad always tells us to loot. Should we dig up all the graves and see if there's any loot on them?
Fuck. I'll come back in a half an hour.
Yeah. Should we unearth everything?
Please don't do that.
Flash
You
loot all.
haven't killed anything. So actually, just as you're pulling out shovels, Ismark sort of stumbles back and he says, I must return to town to help the rest of the town, but the three of you, I bless your journey, and I hope you meet to whatever end it is you seek here, and I hope that luck is on your side, my friends. This is a dark and horrible land, but I thank you. You have been the brightest light we have seen in some time in Barovia. And he says, make sure you leave before dark and find your way to Sarpul before it is night. There are spies all through this land, and we have known only attacks at nighttime, but in the Svalich woods, I cannot guarantee they won't attack it at any point.
Is there anything we could do to protect ourselves and for the walk ahead?
Well, you have already fought many minions of Strahd, and you have been able to kill them. But it is said that there are many different types. Even the trees have been told to have moved and watched and spied for the great Strahd. And he says, there's not much I can do. None of us Barovians have left here in as long as I've been around. So there used to be many trails and paths and ways through the forest.
Is there a way, Horatio, that you could help us with passing some sneak checks throughout the woods on our trip ahead.
Well, as long as you can be as light-footed as I can, I'm sure we'll make it just fine.
Solomon like stomps over in his heavy armor. What was that?
Light.
Leave it or what?
And Ismark,
Solomon casts light on his own feet.
Ismark says to you, he says, I've just seen Irina. She's gone up to her favorite place to make a prayer before she leaves. I don't like, even though it's daytime, I don't like that she's alone. I just, given all that's happened, he says, go find her there and make your way out of town if you're all done here. And he points up to like this sort of like hill just outside of town.
Onwards.
I think I've seen enough of this village.
Is it a village? I thought it was literally just a church.
Just a church, yeah.
Well, you're
It's,
in the
big
village of
enough.
Barovia still.
Oh, okay. I was under the impression this was slightly out of Barovia.
No, it isn't. It isn't.
Okay.
No, in Barovia. It is the Church of Barovia. Sorry, quick one as well to note. The land is called Barovia, but this is the village of Barovia. So that's can be confusing. So I will remark as the entirety of the land as Barovia, but this is the village of Barovia. That's kind of confusing to some, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Just a quick question that's not really related to any direct plot right now. On the Curse of Strahd homepage, there's an option to rocker. I can't remember if you've already told us what that is. Is that something we shouldn't click on?
Don't click that yet.
Okay,
Click it.
cool.
So go to try. Oh shit! I clicked it.
I just watched Curtis's cursor go on me.
Yeah, I watched all three cursors go.
I clicked it.
Yeah,
I'm going back.
all three just go straight to
Go on,
Taraka. It doesn't say much anyway, so I'm not that worried.
It's obviously tarot card reading or some shit.
All
I'll
right.
pretend I've never seen it in my life when it comes up.
Let us travel, my friends. I want to get out of this fucking disgusting graveyard.
I thought Fip was gonna say, I've read the Curse of Strahd module, and just what you said there, it doesn't fit the plot line. I literally thought that he was gonna say something like that.
Why,
I've read
why
the
would
official.
I spoil it for myself?
Because
I
that's
don't
something
know.
you would do.
That's something you would do out of excitement.
It is literally not.
I've read lots about the Curse of Strahd on the
Yeah,
internet.
this isn't in
Let me
there.
just-
Yeah.
Yeah, this actually isn't in the book.
Yeah.
I've done 7 playthroughs already, and I've
Yeah.
never had this experience.
On my own. Okay.
I'm gonna
So
tell you guys how to optimize your builds just for this playthrough.
yeah. Solomon's like, in my last playthrough, I had the fucking sword already. This thing, I could make this thing at the beginning. All right, so you head towards the knoll. This knoll is like, it's like a little bit elevated, just outside of Barovia town, village. And it's like the first time you've actually seen flowers that are living in this, anywhere in this land so far. So there's like small little pretty flowers, white flowers, red flowers, purple flowers, and there's this, as you're walking, the three of you up this hill, with this like sort of small path up and up and up, the first thing you see is this old statue. Like, actually look at the screen right now, like that's not it, but that's kind of like what you see. Like, it's obviously a statue of a person. It's actually a statue of, looks like a very mighty female warrior as you get closer and closer, like a really proud, regal looking, like fully breastplated warrior with a great, like a huge axe over her shoulder as well. Very strong.
You've not put it up.
Do we
I can
recognize?
just see Taraka.
What?
Do we recognize the statue as anyone we know?
You can roll a history check,
Oh, history.
which is the same as perception, I think, isn't it?
I don't.
No.
No,
Was
I've
that
got
it?
actually a bonus dice. Oh yeah, let's go, boy.
Sorry,
Nice.
Horatio, you said, or 2, I ain't seeing shit. I haven't put anything up. We're just in the
Oh.
mind right now.
Oh, you said look at the screen.
Yeah, you
Oh,
said
so
there was
no,
a
no, this
screen.
screen, this screen. Yeah, no, this screen. That I was
There's
pointing at
nothing
this.
on it.
Oh,
This-
that's the post. Okay.
Oh.
That's not the person. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that's kind of what
Yeah.
you're walking towards, like a statue like that, like but bigger, bolder, and a strong female. Sorry, that was
So
confusing.
it's a statue like that, except it's nothing like
That's
that.
okay,
Yeah,
Brad.
it's it's a statue, but it's nothing like that statue.
Nice.
Okay, so there's like a like almost like the grass here is like living as well. Like it doesn't have that gray dulcet tone that just about everywhere else does. And you see Irina, as you get closer and closer, you see Irina at the top of the hill, and she's down on the ground on all fours, and she is like digging something up with her hands.
Does she look like she's being frantic, or does it look like a normal paced kind of digging?
No, just a normal traditional digging with your hands pace.
All right. Well, yeah. All right. I'll just walk up casually then and put my hand on her shoulder and ask her what she's doing.
She's emotional though. She's very emotional, and she sees the 3 of you approaching. She takes little notice to you until you're like right behind her, basically, and she says, "Ah, well, sorry. I just wanted to. I just don't think that I'll ever be able to see. There's a chance I'll never be able to return here, and I just wanted something to remember this land and by before we leave." And she continues digging, and she like knocks. There's a chest there, like a small chest, and she wiggles it free, pops it up, and she starts to look through it, and she opens it up, and there's a pressed flower inside. There's a bracelet set with gemstones, and there's a wooden charm in the shape of like a beautiful flower on a leather cord, and a very old handkerchief as well. And she's looking through them, trolling through them, and she says, memories of my past I have buried here.
Are there any initials on the handkerchief?
No, and when you look at the handkerchief, she just says, this was my mother's. This was my mother's. And she puts it down and pulls out the bracelet, and it's a beautiful bracelet, like rich in gemstones. She hands it to you, and says, this is the most regal thing I own in my possession. I was found when Father found me in the woods. I was said to have been wearing this when I was very young. When both of my parents, after they had been killed, when Father Collian found me.
Are there any markings on the bracelet? Like, is there anything that would kind of alleviate like where it might come from?
Yeah, so you can do a check with advantage, perception with advantage.
Oh, well, there's one. Oh, we flying today, boys. Look at this. Look at
I'm
that.
fucking done. Like,
There's a bracelet.
Horatio grabs it out of your hand and looks very closely at it, and given his keen rogue eyes that aren't going to require a roll, he sees it. He can sees it's clearly hundreds of years old, and on the inside of the band there's an inscription that says, "Tatiana, may you find your path, and may you find light even in the darkest places, Mother and Father." And as
I'm gonna linger slightly longer on rolling a 2 with advantage.
yeah, like I haven't installed any macros, I promise.
I'm telling you, you're griefing me. Like, I'm clearly being griefed here.
Okay, so as as you're reading this, Horatio, she says, I know not of this Tatiana. I've never heard of her. I was just told that this is one of the only things I was wearing on my possession when Colleen found me in the woods.
Why was this buried here? Why couldn't you take it into the town?
I felt it was the safest place for all of these things, and this is a place that this is my favorite place growing up. I'd always come here for solace, and just became my home away from home.
I wasn't ready for the jump scare.
Brad just wanted to look at her again.
I did. Oh, did I press show player?
Yeah.
Have you been looking at her on your off
So
got
sorry.
acknowledged.
No wonder your video game cuts off just above the crotch.
Just to be clear as well, Irina has donned her full breastplate armor. She is wearing a long red, just as this image shows. The red sash, though, like, kind of strategically covers her bite mark still, but she's wearing like a very regal breastplate. So she says to you, yeah, I know not who this Tatiana is. This is one of the only possessions I was found when Colleen found me in the woods all those years ago.
Do I vaguely remember someone mentioning a Tatiana to us? I feel like I have a vague memory of it, but I could be completely wrong.
I don't remember it.
I do not remember the name Tatiana.
I feel like it was in passing when we were in person, but I could be wrong.
I think you might be right, but it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. There wasn't much of it.
I was gonna say, I literally remember like an offhanded sentence that I took almost no notice of. Like it didn't seem like it was a big thing or anything. So probably not.
It wasn't a big. Definitely, if it was mentioned, it wasn't. Yeah. But good memory though. She has no idea who this Tatiana was or is, but the bracelet seems very, very old. She takes the locket out and puts it around her neck as well, and buries it into her chest plate. And this will be the one in memory of home. I was given this when I was an apprentice at the Healers Guild many years ago.
It was. That is very fortunate news.
I was gonna say, it sounds like a good place for us to hang out at.
It was burned to the ground many years ago.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
Of course it was.
Along with everything else in Barovia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool place that you want to go to doesn't exist in our campaign. Stop sending me those.
You're role playing with her right now. I want you to understand who you're speaking to. It's not just me.
I know
her.
who I'm speaking to. Tatiana.
No, it's fucking it's Irina.
I know.
You also said that she has red hair.
She has red hair. Yes, auburn. If you want to be more specific, auburn.
A nice light Irish girl.
Yeah. So she tucks away the pendant in her breastplate, and she says, she sort of pulls like the sash away and feels the bite marks on her neck, and she says, I do not know why he hasn't killed me or turned to me. I don't know if it's some kind of sick game what he's playing, or if he just likes to see people suffer. And she says,
Can we see if it's like looking worse for wears now? Like has it changed at all, her wound?
No, nothing's changed. It looks the same. It has not healed. It has not healed in any way, but it has not changed.
It's not like becoming worse.
It's not bleeding. It's not like you can't see like any like poison resin or anything like that. It's just like a severe bite.
And does her, like, from my perception and from what like the studying that I was doing of obviously the vampire book that I found, does she look a little different? Has her appearance changed at all?
No, nothing. She has not changed in any way other than the bite on her neck. Right. She steels herself as she says this though, and says, she like tucks her hair back and she's like, puts it up in a bit of a ponytail or a bun behind her. She just says, "They say
Ready to
that's
suck some dick.
yeah." they say
Hey,
they say that the women with red hair bring bad luck. I'm sorry, I never wanted to bring any to you. And she pulls out her rapier as she's doing this. It's a very regal rapier and holds it in her hand and does like a bit of a flick and a swish. And she says, "I like to think I make my own luck, though. Let us be on with it, then."
And I jokingly just saying like it's a cute toothpick.
Much like your cock.
So canonically, she's now seen that. Something you're not telling us, LePage? Or...
LePage, your pants are very tight.
They call me baby toothpick.
And
The page is just all balls.
Ew.
so Irina now she has joined your party.
I want to end this conversation.
Yeah.
You guys kept it going.
Perceptile dysfunction.
Yeah.
Okay, so Irina has now joined your party. You are now a party of 4. Irina does possess her own stat block, traits, and based on your observations of her, clearly she is a warrior she can hold her own. She's not fucking around. She's got a weapon, she knows how to wield it, and she has beautiful plate armor as well.
Do we know what class she is? Would we know?
You can ask her.
Oi.
No, you started. Keep going.
Yeah.
What kind of warrior are you?
I've known to deal in a lot of martial combat with my rapier. It has felled many beasts in the past. But
really
as
like the rapier.
What's that?
Nothing.
And she says, but I'm also gifted in. I was trained by a cleric in town many years ago when I was just a child, and there are some spells that I know as well.
Okay. So you're a cleric.
I think she's multi-class.
Would you identify as multi-class?
I am a warrior, but there are just a few other skills that I know.
It's a non-binary warrior. Okay.
I can produce light. I can heal minor wounds. I can. I can't remember what else.
You're gonna get a lot of use out of both of those spells.
Yeah. You produce light. What's your range?
You're a healer.
Actually, for everyone's technically, you guys could choose to control her. I probably will just take the reins on that if you don't mind. But if you want to make suggestions to some of the skills that she might use in certain circumstances, you can absolutely do that. So she has light. She has spare the dying. She has cure wounds, purify food and drink, and shield of faith.
What does spare the dying do?
It prevents someone from. It stabilizes someone if they're down.
Okay, so this is a good Solomon skill. That's good.
And she has a rapier. She's kind of a hybrid, but she doesn't really. It's like her own. It's her own sort of class. She doesn't. You wouldn't call her a multi-class.
All right, let's go. Let's leave. Let's head out.
Certainly, on with it. And she points in the direction of the old Svalich road. And
Do we still have the horses, by the way? Or are we walking now?
So Irina says to the 3 of you, she says, we cannot bring the horses. They get spooked in these woods. We are on our own now. We must walk the distance. The horses cannot sustain us there. Every time someone has tried to ride through these woods, they have been met with death.
All right.
Fine.
All
No
right.
horsey.
No horsey. But just give you like a little overview of what this looks like.
My food will be arriving in like 10 seconds or so. So I'll have
Nice.
to grab it, but I'll still have my headset, so it's fine.
That's all right. Might just take you guys here actually. A bit of this kind of stuff.
Sphalic Road.
The Sphalic Road. This is kind of like the village, like the walk through the forest. Like you've got a small, muddy path. You've got wisps of fog going through the forest. It's even darker. Even though it's midday right now, as you're walking through, it's even darker. What is your walking order? Like how are you all sort of walking through the woods?
I can't even see
I'd be
right
at the
now.
back. I'll be at the back. Sort of like in case of an ambush from behind.
I'm probably gonna stay walking next to whatever her name is. Sorry,
Yeah, Arena.
And
Arena.
as
Yeah.
being a rogue, I think I'll be in front, kind of trying to look out for traps and things like that as we push through.
Yep. Okay, so it's Horatio's leading the way, the little guy, and then it's LePage and Irina walking sort of side by side, and then Solomon's pulling up the rear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. So walking through the woods, it gets darker and darker. It's muddy. It's fully traversed. Horatio, as you're walking, you do see only you, Horatio. Actually, all of you roll a perception check.
But basically only Horatio.
Yeah.
Has
so
anyone
just no
else's
one.
stuff loaded, by the way?
Yes. Just loaded then. Natural
okay.
20.
Wow. Nat
Mine
20,
still hasn't loaded.
16.
Mine hasn't loaded either.
Mine took ages. It literally loaded as
Oh,
you said.
it literally loaded just now. Yeah, that's crazy.
I think mine is loading.
Oh, that looks fucking sick.
Does look cool.
Oh,
No.
yeah, looks good. I'm here.
Yes.
Hey, I can perceive things, guys.
We all perceive things. Okay, so the three of you are walking, and all like your heads are on a swivel. Obviously, given all the intel you've heard about these woods, Irina as well is clearly walking, like making sure that everything's all good here. But the three of you see deeper in the woods. You see like eyes looking at you. You see eyes from red eyes from trees. You see like blinking, whether it's an owl or a crow, you can't really tell. You see what looks to be like wolf eyes peeking at you from deep within the foliage, but then quickly disappearing as well. But red eyes just keep popping up, and you hear like there's no bird song in the air. There's nothing but just that sort of ruffling of leaves through the trees, but very little life, just the occasional like scurry of something deeper in the woods. And as you're walking, you've been walking for about an hour now, seeing these different things, and Horatio at the front, roll a perception check.
Didn't hear you roll one.
Yeah, he's doing another one. So Horatio, you see what looks to be like a humanoid figure in the bushes, and it sort of like scurries away as you get closer to it, and runs just down the path from where you were standing. And it could tell that you saw, and you hear a voice, "Who goes there? Name yourself."
Me, and I think I'd draw my crossbow, aiming towards them, and say, "You first. Who's out there? Can I still see them, actually?"
Yeah, you can. They're just on on the right hand side of the road ahead of you, like 20 feet away. You can see a figure sort of just like looking out past a tree. And you see like also a crossbow around the corner as well. What brings you to the Svalage Woods? Who is it? Who are you?
All right, just calm down. All right, I've got another 4 people around us. You don't need to get hasty. We're just trying to get through.
And he sort of looks around the corner, and it is clearly a human wearing like similar sort of Barovian attire, and takes a look at you, Horatio, and sees no immediate threat, and pops out and sort of ushers to the other side of the road as well for someone to come out. And you see now 2 Barovians walk out and are walking towards you, both brandishing weapons, crossbows, swords at their side. They look pretty muddy, dirty, like weathered, like shit has happened to them. They've got some cuts and bruises as well. And they walk towards the 4 of you, like cautiously, but they don't really see too much threat from Horatio. So they walk towards, and they see Irina and the female. So there's a male and a female, and the female says, Lady Irina, what brings you out here? What are you doing here? And who are these strangers that you're with? And she reassures the 2 of them, and says, I'm on a mission that I must get to Vallaki, and these are my 3 bodyguards, and they're helping me to get there. And they sort of lower their weapons. And Irina asks them as well what they're doing here, and they said, "Oh, we were sent here. We were sent here to try and find the Loganas, the family. They disappeared. They disappeared the night of the last siege, and they we had a trail. We had a trail marked, and it was just up here, but we were beset by wolves, and we had to make it. We're making our way back to Barovia now. We lost 4 other scouts on the way." And she says, "Oh, not the Loganas." She says, "We must find them." And the 2 of them are like so beset with like anxiety that they're like, "My lady, we must return. We cannot go any further." And they just sort of disappear. But they mentioned that their path had led off the woods up ahead.
I was gonna say, before they tried to disappear, could we try to persuade them to come with us?
Yes, you can. It is going to be a hard check, though, given their state of disrepair that they are in. You will need to roll an 18.
Oh, too bad.
Nice. So they say they like with much angst, and they're like panting and obviously visibly afraid, and they say, "Well, look, my lady, I don't know what brings you out here, but we will do anything we can to help you, but we cannot go off the road again. We will take you to the place where the tracks go off the road, but we will not venture in there again. We need help." And so they take you.
And I'm gonna do another persuasion check once we get to the road.
You can try. All right, so you walk with them, and Irina and them sort of exchange a conversation as well as you're walking, and they make it to this point where you start to see like there's actually a body of water. So there's like a little river that's trickling past, probably 10-15 feet wide. Like it's a decently moving river, and it's like abutting now the Svalich Road. And sorry, who's holding the map to the treasure?
Horatio.
Solomon.
I thought it wasn't me now.
I don't think we
Horatio's got the
named
brace.
anyone.
I got the map. It was me.
I was going to say, I thought it was LePage because LePage was the one leading that conversation. Yeah.
LePage, you recognize this waypoint marker as one of the pictures in the map that says basically where you
A thing.
yeah, where you detour. And the scouts, the Barovian scouts, point like with a shaky finger and say, my lady, I implore you, don't leave the path. Once we leave the path, we're into the woods. There are wolves. There are beasts that cannot be named. That's where they all live and reside. On the path, you are safe until nightfall.
How far till nightfall does it seem?
You're still. It's like midday. You've only been walking
Okay.
like an hour. You left at like 11 o'clock. It's like midday now. Based on the map that you're looking at as well, like it doesn't look like what you're looking for is too far away. Like you're close. But what I'm trying to say is the footpath that the scouts are showing you and your waypoint on the map look to be the same thing. Like they're both in the same
Going
place.
the same way.
Yes.
Yeah, then let's going and let's try to convince our scouts to keep coming with us.
And they look at you and they don't say a word and they say, "We will die before we go back in there."
I think Horatio would kind of pop up and say, there's nothing scary in this woods. Then this guy, as I tap LePage, talking to his little god handler, alright? Like, we'll be right.
She'll be right.
Exactly.
And roll a persuasion check.
Oh.
Oh,
I'll give you advantage, or like you'll help him. You can help him. Give him advantage.
Okay, I'll help him. God damn it! Couldn't let me roll. The one thing I'm good at.
And they like shake their heads both as they like walk away. They're like shaking their heads and then slowly like back. They take about 10 steps back and then like 180 and they're gone.
Oh. I think Horatio kind of just say to himself, I guess I'm the only one that doesn't understand this magic stuff.
So what you can see, like you're traveling on this muddy road. You've got up to this path of like the path sort of, you do see like tracks, but not a path, but tracks into the woods, but very like much the same direction as your map is showing you.
Alright, now that we don't have them weighing us down, I'm ready to start moving a bit faster.
So you're heading in?
Yeah.
Yep.
Crossing the
believe
tree.
so.
Yeah, so you cross the tree line. Your feet squelch in like it gets even muddier and swampier in here. It's like loamy soil. There's wisps of fog through the air again. It's like a little bit like the air's a little thicker in here. You walk and walk and walk for about 300 paces. You get flicked in the face by a few branches and spider webs, and LePage is visibly perturbed by how dirty his boots and
I was
legs
just
are
about
getting.
to say.
Yeah, sorry, I should have let you do that. You start to get like you find another waypoint that's on the map, and it's like this tree type thing, like, but it's like a really like dismantled tree, and like it almost like it bulks out in two directions, like it's like a mutilated tree that has come out on two sides, but it's the same tree as you can see in the map and you pass by it and you come to this clearing, and in this clearing, which is also on the map, in the middle of the clearing is like a broken down tree. Surrounded by that, there are 5 humanoid figures lurching, skulking around like that spot, so around that tree that is down in the middle of this clearing. And there is 2 larger, and then there is 3 children that match the description of the Luganas.
Do they notice us?
No. So you are 60 feet away at least, and you are up on, like, the clearing goes down, and you are up on like a hillside right now.
Do they
I-
all
I-
look? Sorry, go ahead.
Can I ask for some clarification? Are we more on the 60 feet side or the at least side here?
You're far away.
So not, are we 60 foot or are we?
You're
more
60
than
feet.
foot?
60 feet. So imagine the circumference is 100 of this circular clearing is about 120 feet.
Okay, I want to cast Divine Sense then and find out if this family is turned, because that is a 60-foot spell.
Yep, absolutely. So you can see 5 zombies in front of you, undead beings.
I
So-
cast Cloud of Daggers. It's a 60-foot skill. And I start chopping them up.
Hold
as
on,
soon as-
hold on. Let
Oh.
me show you
Oh,
where
I
they
like
are
the
first.
Rage has done this before I've even said that they're zombies.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
just
sorry.
sadly
So
Just let me-
I
Yeah.
relay the information.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, I just want to show you like what it looks like first, and then you can decide what you want. Obviously, what you want to do. So like they're not all bulked up either. Are you guys on this map now or not?
Loading.
Loading.
Fuck, it takes a while. We got to figure that out.
Yeah, it's that Brad connection.
Yeah.
Fuck, yeah, sure.
Anytime I play games with Brad, my computer dies.
Yeah, I can't keep up.
Yeah.
So basically what I'm trying to get across is there's this log in the middle of the clearing, and they're like all around it, sort of walking around, skulking, but I wouldn't say they're grouped up at all. They're not. They're separate. And you
I was hoping they were
guys-
all like around one tree so I could just chop them into bits.
Wow. Just slay them without even knowing about
No, I knew.
without even fucking knowing about
Me and Solomon have this like connection where like I
We
could,
don't.
yeah, I can kind of like
them.
just tell right away what he's thinking.
Yeah.
I knew.
Like when you cast Divine Sense, like to us.
Yeah, can we see it?
Like, do you do
Um,
anything weird?
Not really. I think it's sort of like the way I sort of envision it is almost like not quite eyes rolling to the back of his head, but it's almost just like the white sort of glow, like a sort of bluish purplish.
Okay.
And he wouldn't be moving because obviously he's like not seeing through his own eyes. If that makes sense.
So
I don't know.
we can definitely tell what you're doing, but it's not
You
like.
can tell, yeah, you can tell I'm doing it.
Do you tell us you're doing it, or do you just like all of a sudden stop walking and just shoot into your little Divine Sense mode?
I wouldn't say anything. Like if I saw lumbering figures, I'd probably just cast it.
I feel like that makes sense. Were we all together, or were we in our formation, pushing through?
Are you on the battle map?
Yeah, it's just loaded now.
Oh yeah, it's loaded yet.
Okay.
Oh, battle map.
It
Well,
looks
yeah.
like the
it's-
moon.
If you
Upper-
hadn't said battle map, then we would have gone and tried to make friends with him.
Map.
Now he's going to cast Cloud of Daggers.
Well, like, imagine we're in real life and I've got a fucking grid in front of you and I've just put 5 figures on it. What are you gonna think?
5 goblins.
And for some reason they're goblins, but we call them zombies.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Oh, there's that raven flying by.
It's funny you should mention that, LePage,
Oh, yeah.
because there has been a raven, and you have just taken note of this, given your keen senses, that there was a raven that was following you through the town of Barovia, the village of Barovia. There's been a raven that has been tracking you. This raven does not have red eyes like the other animals you've been seeing.
Well,
And yeah, it has just been
I'm
sort
glad
of
you
watching
said
from a
that.
distance.
Because I was about to Eldritch Blast.
I mean, this sounds like all the more reason to Eldritch Blast it.
No, because if it's got red eyes, then it's for Strahd. But if it doesn't, then I don't know who's got it.
I think ravens just have red eyes.
No, they don't.
Isn't that what he
Hold
said?
on, I
Like all the
can't
other
hear you
ravens?
guys.
I'm sure he said like all the other animals you've encountered.
If they have red eyes, then they are a
Oh,
Strahd.
this is, yeah, the
Oh.
red eyes ones are Strahd, where this one's is like its own thing. Could we signal the raven to come down to us by any chance?
You can try. Do a
Hey,
performance check.
raven!
Yeah. Performance check. Oi, Raven.
Oi. Hey, Bart. Oh shit. That's not bad. That's not great.
So what is it that you're saying or doing?
I finally kind of like noticed this raven flying above us, and I'm not completely relaying it to the guys, but I'm just trying to like hold out my arm and kind of like point to the raven to like come in and land on my arm.
So I'm just saying, if the raven's flying around us, like detect good and evil means I would know if it's good or evil.
You can't see it.
61 feet away.
Not showing up. It's not registering.
But I can see it. But it's
No, sorry,
okay.
he can't tell. His shit can't.
Okay.
He can't. He's not getting a reading.
Okay.
He's not getting a reading.
Did my performance work? Did I?
Your performance unfortunately did not work. Basically what happened is you made a signal, you exposed yourself, and caught the attention of the two closest zombies, and they're now starting to walk towards you.
Who needs a surprise round?
I think as soon as they start walking towards us, I'd call out for them to halt, because I think I would have been in front of Solomon. I wouldn't have seen him do his weird eyes thing. And I think I'd just be seeing humanoids coming towards me.
Oh, so you're just
I
going.
thought-
You can't
we-
see
we made
anything.
the information.
I can't see in the dark. Barovia is always in the dark.
No, it's not right now. It's daytime, so it's not pitch black. You can
So
see
they're very visibly zombies.
visibly
How far away are they?
zombies. You can use
Can you see
your
it?
ruler here.
25 feet from me, so 30 from you.
Standard.
Oh, perfect.
This is
battle map.
This is an actual battle map. Yeah.
Go.
If that's the case, I say we
How far's the furthest one?
open it up a bit and let's
65?
do an eldritch blast at one of the zombies.
As you do
Alright.
that, I want to shoot the one at the back.
I mean, if they've seen us, wouldn't we be rolling initiative?
Yeah,
I guess.
Am I getting attack or no?
I'll give one of you an attack. You said it first, LePage.
You can do
because-
it, LePage.
Yeah. That will hit.
For fuck's sakes.
And
That's some minimum damage.
No, that's maximum damage. 0 is a max.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
It's 10.
so the
Zero damage.
6-year-old little girl child zombie that's walking towards you just gets incinerated by this eldritch blast. her clothes shredded, arm blows off.
There's just nothing left.
It's
just-
Solomon's
it's like-
turn to...
No.
I think there, and as he starts to say zombies, the girl just incinerates.
she dies. You're killing this one.
Okay, so like
Yeah.
there's just shoes left.
So
And, like,
evil.
A little pink bow just like
Oh.
floats right in the wind.
So
All right, yeah. So it just annihilates the zombie.
and Irene,
child.
Irena's like shocked. She says, "Oh no, not little Lugdana."
You know what, with a name like that, I'm now okay with what LePage did. Lugdana? That's a stutter, not a sentence.
That was that. No, that was her. That's her surname. That's her surname.
You know these things?
I'm fairly sure he would have told us, but I don't remember it.
It's all good. Roll for initiative.
Oh, that was funny as fuck.
Oh, never mind.
Zombies are rolling.
Yeah,
Why isn't my initiative rolling?
It did.
it did. You're a 4.
It wasn't good.
Wow, a zombie with like -5 to initiative rolled 22. How's that? Must have been. It had to have been a nat 20.
Did you see you
It
can
was.
actually just
It
roll
was
the
an
dice
outside.
when they're on the table?
What's that? Sorry.
I found out you can roll the dice when they're on the table.
Oh, you can
Once you,
flick
like-
them around. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
you
flick
can
them
flick-
around. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awesome. All right, so this one is gonna move very fucking not far at all and come up to this one, and end its
Tell
turn.
me the zombies have that much movement.
I thought it. Yeah, no, they don't have a lot of movement. No, actually, hold on. You might be right. I thought it was
Oh.
tracking it for me. No, they only have 20 feet, so hold on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my bad. There. I thought it was tracking it for me, but it wasn't. All good.
All right. If it's my go then, do they all look adult size or is there another child?
No, so there's only 2 adult size, and there was 3 children. Now there's 2.
Am I able to see which ones are the adult ones?
Absolutely. So this one here is an adult, and the one that just moved is an adult. Child-looking one, child-looking. Like one's like 10 to 12 years old, one's 8 to 10, and LePage just fried the 6-year-old.
I think I would take aim at the bigger ones, thinking they're more of a threat.
Yeah.
And how far is that? I can't see anymore.
Please,
wow.
don't kill us.
They start talking now.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna attack this further one. And I'm gonna attack with advantage because of my gimpy thing, where I'm above them in initiative.
Fuck, I don't
With
know
a
about
crossbow.
that, but you're also above them physically, so you can shoot down. Just vaporizing a family here.
Here, this one. I'll put it on the beyond.
That's a
Against
cool
any
skill.
creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat. Cool. Yep. You're gonna hit that. Yep.
23. Cool.
Yeah.
Which means I'm gonna attack, and then I'm also gonna hit him with the old sneaky.
No,
total-
Daddy! No!
A 14
To hit or damage?
damage.
Damage. That is a good shot and hits the zombie squarely in the head and does not kill it. Where are we here? Sorry. Yep.
Cool. So it's for this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
14 damage. Got it.
Is there any is this just a flat ground? Is there any cover near us?
There's rocks. Yeah, there's like
Okay.
there's a rock there. There's a rock there. Feel free to use that as cover if you needed to.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna move behind it and then take cover so I don't have to watch LePage just vaporize another child. I don't know how to move again.
Click and drag. Yeah.
Oh, there. I was on the ruler. I'm just gonna move here and then take my bonus action to hide.
Yep.
And that's my go.
20 feet. 2, 3, 5. No, 4. Okay. This one's a child. Yeah, the 2 closest ones are the children. Alright, Irina. Oh fuck. Irina needs vision. I can't see anything now.
This is how Horatio felt.
She literally has no vision. I can't see.
Curse has been transferred.
Curse of Strahd.
Irina can.
Roll credits.
Irina actually, like, surprisingly, from behind, like, on her cape, she whips out a short crossbow single-handedly and wields it and takes aim at one of the children. And hits and deals 6 damage to this one here. Right. And she will end her turn. If I must, we must kill them, I guess. They have turned into some monsters. 20 feet, 1, 2, 4, fuck,
Thanks,
can't
sweetie.
get very far. That goes Sullivan.
That's okay, I'll do it.
Follow the page's lead on the fucked up side of things. Move to here. And I'm going to use my Channel Divinity and Control Undead. And I'm going to target the adult here.
Yep.
He has to make the Wiz 13. DC 13 Wisdom saving throw. Ooh, he passes it.
Wow.
What's the extra plus from? Oh, I suppose we wouldn't know.
I also don't know. actually trying to figure it out myself. Either way, it was. We'll call that a 14.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure there's a reason. It doesn't matter. It
There's
passes
not.
the
It's a 14.
Okay. Well, it passes either way.
Yeah.
That'll be
Everything out of a +2.
It's probably for the best because Solomon was about to get real fucked up. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You're in deep.
Is that your turn? No.
That is my turn.
That's what she said.
LePage.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a little bit of movement to get closer into the fight. Why can't I move?
Looking dry.
All right. Did the one below take damage near you, Horatio?
Yes, from...
It's very weak,
No.
right?
No,
No.
actually, you went top
This
right,
one-
didn't you?
That one's really weak. Like that one's been damaged.
But these two aren't, right?
And Irina shot this one here.
All right. We might do some scorching rays then, just to
Burn the children.
burn the children, melt the children. Crispy zombie.
And there's the Raven watching you
Where,
kill the children.
where is scorching ray? There we go. Fuck me. Okay. So there's 3. Let me wait, cast here. 3 fire rays. So I do this 3 times. So
That's
does
right.
That one hit.
You rolled a hit every time. That does not hit. That hits.
So-
6 damage. Which
Yep.
point?
On-
Which one are
on-
you shooting at?
The one that's already weakened.
Yeah. Okay, this one. Yep. All right.
Is it still standing?
It's still standing. Yep. Despite it getting seared by your magic and burning off all of its hair and clothes, this poor child screams in pain.
And do I fry the rest of the child with that damage?
Yeah, that kills it as well.
All right.
This
And
is
now the
also the
child
second
slayer.
youngest. This is the
Yeah.
8-year-old one.
All right. I've killed the 8-year-old zombie.
Fucking hell. Irina's just weeping behind you right now.
Like, what the fuck is this guy
no,
doing?
No, it's so much death and evil. Go, Horatio.
It, like... Just because I don't trust you on anything, are they very, very visibly zombies? Like... There's no possible illusion where their mouths are just bound and they're trying to come to us for help.
Ask Solomon.
I mean, yeah, my spell's not really something that can be full. Like, it either works or it doesn't.
That's fair. I completely forgot you did that.
And
so
even,
that helps.
even the doesn't isn't actually a thing that I know of. I think it's just something Brad's added, which is fair enough.
What if it doesn't work?
Like when you're like, oh, it doesn't detect them. I don't know if that's a mechanic thing. Because in the description of Channel Divinity, it just happens. But I don't mind it because you can use it all the time, so it can be overpowered.
Careful.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright.
Yeah, I won't explain myself now.
That's fine. Wasn't
I am going to come out of hiding, peek up above the rock, see the person I originally shot is still standing, and attack him again.
I also
Yep.
love the fact that we wait until we've destroyed the 2 youngest kids.
Yeah, the question.
They're not actually zombies.
Does a 12 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay, sick.
To be honest, I didn't know they were children at first. I was just shooting.
I know. I did flavor that in a funny way.
12 damage.
That is, you're shooting at the one you already damaged, right? You're killing it.
Yes, correct. And as soon as I've let go, I've proceeded to hide behind my rock again. So I don't even know if it's hit.
The zombie takes one like right between the eyeballs. It like splits the other arrow that just hit it, and it falls backwards and dies. The adult. So there's only two children left. Oh no, a child and an adult left.
Nice.
Oh, this
I
one
got it.
is. This one's gonna swing around your rock, and he's gonna attack actually. He's gonna try and smash you. And miss,
Nope.
I'm assuming. Yep.
Miss.
Fucking bullshit. And Irina's gonna come in with her rapier and say, "Die, devil!" try and kill this one. I will save you. And does damage. She hits and damages the zombie next to you for a whopping 4 damage.
Oh yeah.
And it's Solomon's turn.
I'm just gonna run up to the little kid in front of me.
Divine
Hit him with a
Smite.
big old great sword. I'm gonna waste a divine smite. The thing is, I've like 13 health.
Divine Smite.
Yeah, it's 2nd level divine smite.
Whoa. Was that hit and damage at the same time?
Yeah. Yep.
How'd you do that?
I don't know.
That hits
I'm
and does
being honest
damage.
with you, man. I don't actually know. I just clicked where I normally click and I did that.
It does damage. It hurts it. You slice off a limb if you want to. Yeah, you take off its arm.
I feel like we're way too strong for this fight.
I think this is a filler fight. I don't think there's any way I can do damage with a bonus action.
I think we're gonna level up after this fight.
Oh my god.
Don't make
Did I get a
don't
perception check?
give me hope.
Can I perceive a level?
Go on the page.
Yeah, no, I don't have it up. Yeah, that's alright. I won't use my bonus action then. Fuck you, Dan.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
I don't have a bonus action.
You took too long. I kicked you off your turn.
Alright, Eldritch Blasty boys, next to the one next to Fippy.
That hits for sure. And you're killing that as well. It's blowing up.
Kids, just so you know.
Yeah.
What was that? Oh, has LePage killed all the kids?
All 3 kids.
Yeah, yeah.
They just call me Jeffrey Dahmer at this point. What, no,
Alright,
what was
so
the
this
other
is-
one?
This is
what
the
was
10,
clown guy?
12-year-old.
Casey? John Wayne Gacy?
Gacy. Yeah, Gacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Wayne Gacy.
Fucking hell.
Horatio, kill this one.
Alright.
Finish the fight.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna unarmed strike it.
You have a knife.
Yeah, I know. Does a 12 hit?
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna do this and then sneak attack. 2 damage.
So what are you doing? Are you punching it or kicking it or what are you doing?
I am like I'm kind of surprised by it attacking me because I was sitting behind a rock. I've
Yes.
seen Irina come through and just spear it with a rapier, and so I think I've just like over the top hooked for 5 damage.
Nice. And as that happened as well, like as Irina did, like you Horatio clearly saw her ability with the blade. Like she wields it in a strong way. Like she looks like a very competent fighter with very little fear in her eyes as well.
Yep.
You are not killing it though.
Okay.
With your kick?
Yeah.
Um,
All right.
I think
Just say.
I'm. What?
No, go for it. I'll tell you after.
No, I don't have anything good. Okay, that's fine. I'm actually, like, I've seen she saved me. So I think with this one, I'm not gonna disengage. I think I'm gonna stand side by side. It's more of a respect thing that she's come to my defense, and I'm gonna end my turn there.
She's definitely clearly come to your defense. Okay.
Yeah.
The zombie almost like she's sort of standing in a little bit like in between you and the zombie, but the zombie like visibly like sort of pushes her and then goes for an attack on you, but doesn't like sort of disregards her.
Yeah.
And misses.
Nah, miss.
And Irina is going to go for the fucking kill shot here. Oh yeah. And all right, so Irina like does this like swish and flick right through it, like cuts through its chest and then stabs it. Lemgardian Leviosa. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. And just splits it right in the head with the last swipe of her rapier, jabs through it, and it just falls backwards like wait, no. and the three of you are left in the clearing.
All
I
right.
think as that
We
happens,
level up.
no, we do not.
I'm
gonna-
You don't level up.
Almost had it.
Almost premature.
What? Oh, sorry. Are you level 4?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're still up.
yeah, yeah. The bait worked the first time, Brad.
Yeah.
Not that time.
I think as that's happened, I would just turn to Irene and just kind of go, "You really know how to handle yourself. Like, thank you."
My pleasure, little one. I have had to fight many beasts from when I was very young.
I take it from your outburst that you knew these people.
Yes,
What
they
they
were.
used to be.
They were very well, friendly, lovely people. Their children were the last children I knew with joy in this town.
I just give LePage a side eye.
They would play so merrily. They would be.
Well-
It was the friendliest family I've ever met in Barovia.
And now they're fertilizer.
Is there something wrong with you?
So
Do you not
much.
respect the dead?
They were dead before we got here.
Hopefully they're resting in peace now.
He says,
What was that you did, LePage, before to distract the zombies? You pointed at the sky. What were you doing?
I was signaling a raven.
Ah, Raven. They're said to be good omens in this land.
Do you know how to catch one? Because this one's flying around and I cannot get it.
Sorry, catch one? How many ravens have you seen caught in the open before?
Plenty. At least once.
I'm just seeing this. I was thinking roll a persuasion check.
Actually, could I take some of the zombie brains and scatter it up on the ground to see if I can get the raven to come down and eat them?
I'm assuming you're taking one of the children's zombie brains.
No, definitely not the children's zombie brains, because there's nothing left of the children. I already exploded them. One of the zombies that the other guys are fighting.
Yes, you can do that. The raven's like kind of left sight at the moment. It isn't around.
So I'm just playing with zombie brains for no reason.
Literally, you are covered now in mucusy, old, decrepit brain juice. Yes.
I asked Solomon to wash me. I almost beg him.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's definitely a cantrip.
Oh, is that prestidigitation?
Yeah. So I'm just walking around in zombie guts.
I'm just thinking. Oh, actually, this is kind of cool. I'll show you this.
Is there any like loot on the bodies that might be worth collecting? Like, do they have any other family in Barovia that we could bring back belongings to?
I mean, they were just wearing the clothes that were on their body, tattered, nothing of value, notable value. Well, the kids were vaporized, so we don't really know. This is kind of a cool picture of like the Svalage Road, actually. That's I don't know, just something ChatGPT made, but you kind of have that like omnipresence of the castle always sort of up in the mist and clouds above. That's sort of like what it's been watching you sort of this whole time. Like it's that omnipresence. And you are technically going somewhat towards it. Like you're gonna be like passing somewhat underneath it, just for reference. Was there anything else I wanted to show you? So yeah, sorry.
So with this zombie clearing, I feel like I have a black hole where I didn't listen to anything you said. Are there any like buildings around it? Were they from a home, or are they just roaming this clearing?
They were roaming this clearing, and this clearing is also where the map has the X on the map that this is where we believe von Richten's weapon cache is.
Sick. All right. Is there anything? Oh, did you want to say what you were going to say before?
No, I was
Is there
just
anything
telling
in
you
the
about
clearing that kind of indicates that there would be, like, if it's a weapons cache, it's going to be, you know, sizable? Are there any buildings, any kind of weird markings, any signs that a rogue might pick up? Maybe something a perception check could perceive?
Yeah. Yep.
So basically, we're not finding the cache.
No, we're not finding it.
I'll let you do it with
I hear
advantage.
there was
You have a map, so do it with advantage.
I hear there's a really good light crossbow in there as well.
I hear everyone gets advantage.
Can I look for like maybe patches where the grass hasn't grown because there's stuff under the soil?
I rolled an 18 and a 19.
Oof.
I think we might be right.
It's like the opposite of a 0 and a 2.
Pulling Curtis out for no reason.
I'm just talking to my
Curtis,
kid.
can you roll perception for me?
Do you need me to roll a perception check?
I do, yeah. We both failed it.
Don't worry. I come to save the day, boys. Look at this.
Bring it
Coming
in.
hot.
Bring it in.
All the built up. Oh, ugly.
Yeah, just confirming. Just confirming what we
Yeah, just confirm, yeah.
Alright,
Horatio.
so we go to Strahd without weapons cache.
Horatio, you following the map with keen eye, go to the base of this giant tree trunk. You sort of feel around the tree. You find a knot in the tree that seems like it could house something, and you find like quite a large chest in it, and you're not strong enough to pull it out. Actually, do a strength check. We'll see if you are.
Can I see him struggling and come and assist?
Yeah, you can assist. Yeah.
You can see me struggling, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
I
give
give
him
him advantage.
advantage.
And if it doesn't work, I'll just have a go of it myself.
Yeah.
I'll just roll another one. Hey!
Hey, all right. With Solomon's help, you forcibly pull this box out of this treasure chest out of the tree. With a slight bit of disappointment that it's not like a room full of weapons, but it
cache.
is. Yeah, it's a cache.
Yeah.
It's a cache, and small unlocked wooden chest.
It's already unlocked?
Yeah, there was no lock on it.
Is it... Can I check it for traps before you kill us all? Here we go.
Yes, perception check.
Settle down. Alright. I'll open it.
I stand back.
It looks clear, boys. Just rip
you-
the lid open.
Horatio rips the lid open and is not met with any poison darts of any kind, and sees a stunning light crossbow flanked by 20 silver crossbow bolts.
Oh, that looks very cool.
Oh,
It has a name, but I haven't named it yet.
Name it too.
Oh.
Name it.
Von
this-
Richten's Kiss.
Is this why you were asking if Horatio had a light crossbow or a heavy crossbow? Is this?
I knew it straight away. He was like, is it normal?
Believe it or not, this was in module. So believe
Oh
it or
yeah,
not.
I bet.
Believe it or
100%.
not.
He sends me a message at one point and goes, "Does Solomon use greatswords in the next session? Talons in
Yeah.
there."
So what size greatsword do you need?
Believe it or not, this is in the module.
Originally, it was a dagger.
If it makes if it makes everyone other than Horatio feel better, it does not have any like
Oh no, we're
magical
not.
properties
We're
of
not
any
feeling
kind.
left
So
out. That's not what we're saying. I don't,
Funny.
it's just funny. Like, yeah.
Out of character, did that book for LePage say anything about silver?
I don't
still
think
not.
so.
I don't think
Did
it
it?
did.
I think it's
That-
wooden stake to paralyze, but I don't think it said silver.
Okay.
The excerpt is in Discord.
Yeah, I should look at it.
So
Alright,
Irina comes over and she says, "Ah, yes, silvered bolts. These are you must have silver to be able to kill some of the beasts that are in these woods. My rapier, for example, is made of pure silver."
That explains these, and I pull out the other 5 silver tip crossbow bolts that I've been holding on to for a long time without telling anyone.
Yeah, so you've got
What?
25, right? I was hoping you'd remember that
25
and have
in total.
documented it. Perfect.
I have
Where did you get
Excellent.
those from?
the house.
Foreshadowing. There's also 2 healers kits, 2 vials of holy water, and 1 potion of healing.
How many potions of healing do you guys have?
11.
I might take one of the holy waters.
I'll take the other one.
What did you say? Healing kit? I didn't.
Healing kits. Sorry, healing kits. Each have, if you want to write this down,
Yeah, I'm doing it.
a
Yep.
healing kit has 10 uses each, so you've got 20 uses, 10 per. They can stabilize someone without, like it can stabilize, like it can provide, like it's got bandages, stints, like different, like a med pack. So it can stabilize someone, but it can't heal them. It can just stop them from dying, essentially.
I might take one of those because I generally don't frontline. But I think it'd be silly for me to take both.
Yeah, I'm not going to take one of them, but I just want one of the holy waters.
And Arena can do that in a spell, so I don't think she should take the other one either.
Probably a LePage thing, who's also not frontlining.
Yeah. LePage, do you want to take the healing kit and the healing potion?
I'm trying
And
to
the holy
right
water?
now. I don't need a healing potion.
I'll take
I
the
thought
healing potion
oh.
if no one else wants it.
I have 3.
Yeah, go for it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got 2, so you take it.
I know. As many as I can get.
All right, so sorry, give me 1 second. Healing kit. I can't find a healing kit.
It's
It's probably
probably not a
not. Yeah.
not a base item, sorry.
Yeah.
Healing kit. I'm just adding it to my inventory. And then what was the other thing? Holy water. A holy water is good. I have so much shit in my inventory.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
give
how
these. I'm giving my 5 arrowheads to fucking Wallaki. I've been saving them
Yeah.
for like a situation where I get like tied up with rope, where I was gonna get cut, like cut the rope with these arrowheads. But I'm like, I have so much shit in my inventory to remember now. So here, you can have these arrowheads.
Alright, thank you.
5 arrowheads.
How do I add a +1 crossbow?
It was not a +1 crossbow.
Oh. How do I add a
But it could be.
+1 crossbow?
No, that's what I was trying to say to you. You were all interrupting me.
The
It was-
normal, boring old
it's a,
crossbow.
Yeah.
it just looks sick as fuck, but it's not a +1.
Crossbow
definitely
is
gonna make
shooting.
It's purely a flavor crossbow.
Yeah.
Don't even pick
Sorry,
it up, just
Ratio.
leave it in the chest.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I have an idea that I'll show later on. What was your idea, by the way, Pip?
Oh, it wasn't an idea. I was just going to be a pest and rules lawyer that you can't sneak attack on an unarmed strike. It has to be a finesse or a ranged weapon.
Fair enough. That is good to know.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's probably. I'd probably support that
it's
one as well.
Yeah.
Can we just take 5? I need to pee.
Yeah. I probably should as well.
where were we? So you were in the clearing, and Irina says, "Well, I think what we found what we are looking for. Let's press on to Serpools. We want to get there before nightfall, and by now it is like you probably imagine it's probably like 3 in the afternoon, but it gets dark in Barovia very quickly. Like there's only a few hours of daylight, if you want to call it that. Like it's always gray, but yeah, it's darker. It's more twilight. You can hear
we gotta get back to the road.
You can hear wolves howling. You can, but Irina says, "Look, we're still very close to Serpool, so I'm not overly concerned. We should be able to make it there before nightfall."
How far does it look on the map?
She says, it's no more than and 1.5 hours from here.
All right. Do we have to run, or can we still just walk?
No, we should not need to run. We conserve our energy.
Okay.
So
Well,
you had
I don't think anyone got hurt, did we?
No.
I'm keen to go.
I don't think anybody took damage that whole fight.
No.
Well,
No,
kids did.
Well, yeah, the kids,
maybe your
obviously.
level's too high.
I mean, at this point, we're just so fucking jacked up.
Maybe you've been leveling too fast.
Yeah.
All these standard crossbows, I'm just going crazy.
This staff that I picked up in the 6 episodes ago that I've used once.
That's your choice.
What am I gonna use it for?
Magic.
It's
So
not, it doesn't have magic. I don't have staff magic.
So you head out back to the road. You continue on the road with Irina sort of pointing the way, and you're starting to come to like the edge of what looks to be like quite a mountainous, like a cliff. Like the river bends again, and it shoots out of sight. The dark woods surround the road once again. Finally, the trees pull away, revealing a tall cliff at the base of a foggy mountain slope. The air is cool. It's like you're cooling off. It's getting damper. Soft wisps of fog swirl around the base of the cliff. And in front of you, you can see like just quite a ways up ahead. You can see like a bridge across the river. Irina has told you this is the river Ivlis. This is the Ivlis crossing. Serpools is not far from here at all. But it is like twilight's hanging in the air now. There's still daylight. There is still light. Horatio, you can still see. Don't worry. And you, all of a sudden, like you turn a corner, and across that, in the distance, across that pathway, you hear a horse-drawn carriage, and you see 2 black horses carrying this dark but very regal carriage across the crossing, and at some pace it is heading towards the 3 of you. The horses are all black and have red eyes, and hanging lanterns on the side of the carriage is like they're like glowing with this like ethereal greenish hue. And this carriage is heading towards you. You can see that it has a driver. The driver is like quite a dark figure. He has like a top hat on, but it's sort of like bent down a bit, like you can't really see his eyes. And it is getting closer and closer to you.
Do we have any of those caltrops left over from the siege?
You wouldn't be able to carry caltrops around.
Caltrops are quite large.
Ball bearings?
It's probably got a fucking life supply.
Always got ball bearings, mate.
Do we try and gank this thing or what?
Is the horse gonna fall over with the ball bearings?
I mean, if a horse is running fast enough, snap its ankles.
I mean, I'm always
Can I-
down to use ball bearings.
I was going to say, can I use my... is it? There. Prestidigitation? You can create a sensory effect. So I want to make one of the horses hear the sound of a incredibly sexy female horse just off in the bushes. I just basically
like
wanted a horse mating call.
What does that sound like exactly?
Don't.
Yeah. Can you describe what that sounds like, please? Or it won't work.
It sounds like a horse mating call.
Can we Google that or? Okay, so as you do this, you cast some magic towards its direction. It takes absolutely zero interest in whatever you have just done to it, and it continues towards you. It's probably 90 to 120 feet away and closing fast.
Well,
That's unfortunate.
ball bearings.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it, let's go with that idea.
I kind of give a little wink to LePage because it's my favorite pastime of throwing ball bearings, and I will just have them strewn across the path of where the horse isn't coming.
Okay, so the horses, you throw the ball bearings out onto the road, like obviously covering the road in front of you. And just as that happens and the horses are about to strike them, the entire carriage, including the horses, just levitates in the air and just skims right over the top of them. It passes the four of you and then comes to an abrupt stop just behind all four of you. It's about 30-40 feet away and pulls over, and it's kind of like blocking the pathway that you've just come. And you can see like the driver now a lot clearer, and Irina takes like a sight as it comes by, and she looks to the three of you and like really distressed, and she says, Escher, I thought he was dead. He was dead. And she's like, sure, he's a Barovian. He's from the town. We lost him a few months ago. I was certain he was gone and dead. And she, like, she's visibly like pretty struck by this. Even in this land where it seems like fucking people come back to life all the time, she is pretty perturbed by this and pretty rattled. And just as she's sort of saying this, the driver pops off of his seat, drops down. Actually, I'll show you before that happens while I'm talking. I'll show you what this sort of looks like.
As that is happening, I'm going to Divine Sense as well.
I'll get to that. Absolutely. Are you all watching this? No?
Vallaki.
I spelled it wrong.
I agree. I think they had to for licensing
spelled it
reasons. Oh,
I guessed.
Corey, get in the top.
so ghastly looking thing is in front of you. Sorry, I'll get to your divine sense, but just as this is happening, as it pops down, the driver pops down from the top, and he doesn't take any notice or care for the four of you, and just opens up the carriage. And just as this is happening, Solomon casts. Sorry, what'd you cast? Divine sense.
Divine Sense, so I want to know fiends, celestials, undead, and good and evil. Anything within 60 feet.
And you know exactly what they are, right? Or you just know if they're undead.
Celestial, fiend, or undead.
Both are. So you see two figures, one within the cabin and one him, and both are undead, and you have never seen the glow that you have seen in an evil way so strong as this. It's almost blinding. What color is it when it's evil?
Like probably, I think it was purple from memory.
It's so purple, the light is so strong that it nearly has you reeling back like this.
And they're not taking any notice of us.
Well, just as this happens, the door opens and you see a tall, gaunt person, humanoid, dressed in like beautiful finery befitting of an aristocratic even a royal figure. A black cloak is pulled neatly around his shoulders, tied at the neck by a blood red brooch. A long sword rests unsheathed at its hip, its polished hilt gleaming beneath the dim light. His scarlet tunic is worked with intricate patterns, and his hair is pulled back into a sharp and immaculate widow's peak. I'll show you a photo.
I feel like I can use context clues to work out who this might be.
What a Chad.
He is a bit of a Chad. And I'll give you another photo before I continue. This one is kind of cool.
Does Irina look like she might recognize this person?
Irina, just as he exits, shields her eyes and almost goes down to the ground. Says, "Do not look in his eyes." And she's like sheltering herself on the ground like this. And sorry, I'm just want to show you one more quick photo. This is sort of what you're looking at.
While you're doing that, I would probably, if she says don't look in his eyes, I would probably take my cloak and I would put it over my eyes.
So for whatever reason, the way you showed us that image is different, and it just straight up says Strahd outside carriage on top of it.
That's absolutely fine. But that's interesting. I'll take note of that.
All the other
That's what I
times it
called
just
it.
popped up with just the image,
Yeah.
but this time it's
If you
popped up.
click on the image, it'll give you a pop-up that you can get rid of. But I know that we've already read it.
It was more for the lack, like if it was a spoiler or something like that.
I appreciate that for future, but not a spoiler here.
No,
can't
I
just
know it's
set
not
up
in
and-
this situation, but
No, I wouldn't like that. I appreciate you letting me know. And so she like chokes this out. Don't look in his eyes. And the man continues towards you and says, "Ah, Lady Kuliana, what a pleasant surprise." And then he turns his gaze to the three of you. "Good day. I am Count Strahd von Zorovich. It is a pleasure to finally meet the newcomers to my domain. My friends have told me so much about you." And his eyes are like looking at the three of you, almost like you're like meat at like a diner, like you're like at a butcher, like he's like looking at you like food. He sort of
Can I hold an action here?
depends on what you're holding.
Web.
Sure. He sort of like adjusts his brooch in front of you, like he's this beautiful red brooch in front of you. LePage, you take note of his absolutely regal appearance. But just as he's doing that as well, you like see his hands are like long claws as well.
Yeah, I immediately just get this like sense in my soul that this is just wrong. And listening to Irina saying to like don't look into his eyes, I was like, I'm gonna preemptively get ready just in case there's some sort of attack coming.
step in front of Irina. We've heard plenty about you as well. Don't come any closer to her.
Ah, my friends, I've just come to welcome you to my domain. You must have heard so many folklore or fairy tales about this place, but I assure you I'm here to put them at rest. And he says, "Welcome, Solomon, the old man with the dark past, and LePage. I cordially welcome you, young master. Perhaps I can provide you the most elegant of taste at my castle one day. I've even met with your better half before. Funny you pick such a weak devil to align yourself to. Perhaps I can help with that. And of course, my little friend Horatio. Welcome to my domain. It must be hard without mommy and daddy growing up. Perhaps you may find more solace in my domain that you've ever had before. Welcome, my esteemed guests."
I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel that welcome. I think I will also turn and then go pick up all my ball bearings real quick.
One by one.
Ah,
I
yes.
can't look at him.
Yes. The ball bearings on the road. I should have told you who I was as I was coming. Perhaps you wouldn't have met me with such grief. It matters not.
What do you want from us?
I have just come to cordially welcome you to my domain and ask you a few questions, if I may.
No, you were in your domain because we were sent here. I'm only assuming for you. Why are we here?
Ah, yes. I imagine you must have met. Ah, what was her name again? Ah, it was so long ago. Ah, the spider woman. Is that right? She must have seen something I cannot in the three of you to have brought you to my domain, but it matters not. You're here to stay.
What do you mean by that?
Well, there's no way to leave, Solomon. So you best enjoy your time here. I've heard about your... I assume you got my gift after you left the house.
Yes, we still have your bottle of wine.
Ah, LePage, I assumed you would particularly enjoy that one. Have you had a sip?
No,
We're saving it for an occasion.
could you tell us what the BC 609 means on the bottle?
Certainly. It means Borovian calendar 609.
And what is
It was an
the
excellent year at our local winery. And he says, but I'm not here to entertain your petty questions. I have a few of my own, if you will. And he says to the three of you, he says, there have been trespassers to my land before, and I have easily dispatched them. The most recent ones caused me a bit of trouble. What makes me... What's a reason, and I implore you to answer carefully. Why should I not dispatch the three of you as you stand here and now?
You can try.
Silence on the page.
Did you really just cast silence on him, or?
I don't have I have a strong.
Yeah, can someone cast silence? Does Arena have silence? Sorry, what did you say? Oh, you can try. He says, a very brave response, young man. You've obviously not heard of me before. You may try, young man. But I would not, I've never been known to back down to a challenge if you really want to go through with it.
Why haven't you gotten rid of us already then?
Ah, because you're, Horatio, you're a guest in my domain. That would be too easy.
I want to use message and send a message to LePage and just say, not now, not here. We need to know more about him first. Only LePage hears that as a whisper, and he can respond to it in the same way.
I go.
LePage like writes something and throws it on a note behind him. When you entered my lands, you caused great damage to a group of my servants in that home, the occupants of a particular house that you came through on the borders of my domain. I had relied upon those servants to bring me specimens of interest, but your activities have left them indisposed. Why should I not punish you for those crimes?
Are we not specimens of interest? Sounds like they did their job.
We will see, Solomon. We will see, old man.
I'm fairly sure I'm younger than you.
And his somewhat friendly demeanor immediately turns to anger, and he stares at you, Solomon, and you see this like almost like his red eyes almost burn even brighter as you look at him. Can you, Horatio, roll a wisdom save, please?
Disadvantage
And
because I'm
roll
late.
a new character.
Roll a new character.
So that was a 4, correct?
That was a 4.
What did you just do?
Horatio, you see Strahd in front of you like wave his hand slightly, and all of a sudden you feel beset with this incredible like feeling, this feeling of comfort, of rapture, of joy that you have not felt ever in your life, this ecstasy of life that has just been brought upon you. And you are also now compelled to answer any question to perfect truth. You cannot lie in any way if asked.
Oh no. Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't ready for that.
And he says, I have claimed Irina Koliana and marked her as my own. Why should I not take her with me to Castle Ravenloft right now? Why are the three of you looking after her?
We don't want her to be taken by you. I'm trying to like cover my mouth at the same time as I say that.
But why not, my young friend? What have you heard about me?
Not a lot, to be honest. But I'm pretty sure you bit her.
The three of you don't have much to say. This has been a lot more boring than I had anticipated. I guess I'll just have to be leaving then.
Well,
Without her, I suppose.
Where are you planning on bringing her, may I ask? And he looks at
nowhere.
Horatio. He looks at Horatio.
I cover his mouth.
Yeah.
I want to attack him so bad.
Who, me?
Please. No, you know what? Please do. Please do.
You tell
Will
me.
I level up? Will I?
Yeah, level up to level 1.
Yeah. Level up to 1. And he says, "Look, if you can start answering any of my questions, really, and provide me some sort of entertainment, I'm happy to let you and Irina leave this crossing safely, and we'll
All right.
hopefully meet again."
I try to persuade him with a story of, like the past where we come from. So I try to kind of explain to him where we're from and the world that we come from of Neverwinter and how we've kind of explored for through many towns and many adventures and like the red brands and like everything we like all of our past adventures, and I kind of just try to use that as an entertaining piece to get him off our back for now.
And he says, "Hold your tongue, LePage. These are worries of the peasants beneath me. It sounds like you were just being tested by my spider, and obviously she saw something in the three of you that you haven't yet shown me. But
Crud, can I ask you something?
yeah,
Do you see any future where these people under you love you, adore you, look up to you?
Wait, are you talking to Strahd or me?
Strahd.
You said Brad.
I said Strahd.
Oh, I thought you said Brad. I was like, oh, so this is out of
So
character.
in character.
Sorry, go.
No, I
Sorry, say it
said
again.
Strahd.
Sorry, say it again. Say it again.
I just want to ask him if there's any, like, if he... I'm basically asking if he wants the people under him to look up to him, to see him as anything other than a tyrant.
He says, how can you assume that all of my subordinates see me as a tyrant? Solomon, I am the land. I am Barovia. I am Strahd. So whether they see me as a tyrant, a devil, a god, or their king, it matters not to me.
Would it not be easier for them to love you, look up to you?
If you've just been from Barovia, I am assuming that you saw what happened when my subordinates got out of line. But I assume that you could all agree that it was an appropriate measure to subject them to having. They came to my castle a few months ago and they tried to kill me. Believe it or not.
The town still stands.
For now, it stands. But they
Then
have
why
been...
don't you attack it? Like you talk all this game and you talk all this strength. Why haven't you just attacked it then and claimed it as your own?
It is my own. What do you mean? You know not much of this land, but it is my own. I wish to have them continue to go to their fields, their farms, their fief. I don't want to kill every one of them. That would be silly, young man.
So what is it that you actually want then?
What is it that I want? Very good question. And he sort of looks at the four of you and he says, you've entertained me with that question, LePage, enough to say that this was not entirely a waste of time. And he turns around and starts walking towards the carriage.
I think I'd break free from Solomon's grip that was holding my mouth.
Forgot I was doing that.
Because I'm holding on to a thought where Solomon had said something about subordinates, and I'd just yell out, "We haven't met anyone that likes you."
Sorry, what did you say? We haven't met anyone that likes you?
Yeah.
and he snaps his fingers, and you have been like left from the whatever's been holding you has gone away, and you suddenly feel all the pain that you've always felt, and you're back. Yeah, you remember how short and fat you are, and
My smile just fades from my face.
Yeah.
Grim.
And
You know, actually, there was one person that did like you until just then.
Yeah.
And he says, and he doesn't take he doesn't take notice of what you said before, and he walks up to like the carriage and opens up the door and sort of peeks over his shoulder at the three of you, and he says, like I said, it matters not. I hope that the four of us will meet again. Irina, I'm sure we will see each other soon. And to the rest of you, good day. And he just walks into his carriage, and the carriage just immediately like bolts off towards the crossroads to Castle Ravenloft.
I think just in that brief part, I'd also say to the others that pretty much that I had been put into a euphoria where all I could do was speak the truth, and I wasn't just outbursting randomly. I don't know. I don't really know what he had over me, but I guess at the same time I'd turn to Irina and ask her if she knew what he meant by seeing her soon.
He's just playing with us. I know not. His ways are, they're unknown to anyone. He's been asleep for so long, and he seems like he just plays with. He plays with his. He seems to be playing with his food all the time. We know not of his ways. He came here with seemingly no goal to speak to the four of us and just left.
I'm still wary of her. Let's kill her.
Brad's provided you with a noose to do just that.
What was that?
I said you've provided us with a noose to kill her.
Oh yeah, so I'm just showing you sort of like the layout of what the crossroads look like as you approach that sign where there is like the three different directions. There is a hangman behind it. As you approach closer, you do see there is a body in the hangman already. So not like in this image there's nothing, but there is. So there is a body of a humanoid, and as you get closer and closer and closer, all four of you notice that the body looks very like it's like all the face has been torn to pieces and shredded, and all the limbs are shredded, and like there's like hardly any skin left, but like the clothes are ominously like LePage's, and it's like been like dressed up to look like LePage.
Like it, so it looks like me.
I think the noose may have been overkill.
He Jeffrey Epsteined himself. I don't think there's something to like even to investigate. Do we know who the person is? Like, are they Barovian, or is it just?
You can investigate. Give me an investigation check. Nice. Yeah, so LePage, you get closer, get up on the hangman. As you pass by the sign, you see the different directions you can go. And you do see there is something in this, like a letter or like a piece of paper crumpled up in this being's hand, but there's nothing else of note. But you can definitely see that it's like, it even has like ears and like horns that have been like put on like tree branches, basically to look like you.
Oh. I kind of just laugh at him. I'm just like, ugly fellow, isn't he?
I would agree. Very heavily.
I'll grab the note from his hand and have a read.
Sure, I can send you what that looks like as well. You guys can read it together.
Mm.
I actually haven't read it myself, so I'm gonna read it now with you.
Hail to thee of the might and valor.
It's hard enough to read.
Yeah.
That's why I hadn't read it. So let's try and read it together.
A lovely servant of Barovia, send honor to thee. We plead for thy to desperately. No, that's wrong.
Yeah, we plead for thy to desperately
needed assistance.
Oh, sorry.
The love of my life,
Irina
Irina Kolyana, has been afflicted by an evil.
Deadly.
I don't know who it is.
To deadly that even the good people of our village
cannot
cannot protect her.
She
languishes from her wound.
And I would have her saved from this menace.
There's much wealth in this community. I offer all that might be had to thee and thy fellow, if thou shalt but arrive. Is it aware?
Answer my desperate plea.
Quickly, for her
time.
Her time is at hand.
All that I have shall be mine.
Okay, let's say that's
Kolyana.
Let's say that's Ismark. Change Kolyan to Ismark.
Ismark Individovich. It's Burgomaster.
So does that mean Ismark is dead?
That's Ismark?
No,
No.
Ismark wrote the letter.
Oh, okay, so the body is not Ismark.
Not that we know of.
Not that we're aware of.
Is it?
We
is
don't
it
know.
born beyond recognition?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, to me, this looks like I literally have not read this. So let's say that this is clearly a letter that Ismark is sending to, assuming like Vallaki, trying to get ahead of like you arriving there, and he's obviously tried to get a messenger to send a message to basically say, do whatever you can to help my sister once she arrives. But this person was obviously intercepted.
And is this just at the crossroads? Like, it's not in the direction of the town or anything? It's just behind the sign?
Just behind the sign, there's a hangman there. Yeah.
So chances are it's Strahd's doing, and he already knew we were taking her regardless.
Alright, check again, Tori.
Do you guys think we're maybe walking her into a trap if Strahd already knows where we're going?
I mean, if he can already see us and sense us with the trees and the animals around, he already knows where we're going. If he wanted to take her, he could have just took her.
That is true. I also told him we were trying to help her.
I suppose I don't really have another choice.
Alright, let's run straight. We'll take the note with us, just to hold on to it.
To Vespool.
Serpool.
Serpool. If you scroll in really far on the signs, you can actually read it.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Oh, if you click on it, it zooms in. Right.
Oh.
Click on the node, it's bigger.
Oh, that would have helped a lot when we were struggling to fucking read
Oh,
what
I
it said.
definitely clicked it. I still couldn't read it.
Oh,
Okay. I did not click it. I was looking.
I
at
did
the
not click it.
small view.
What's the top
Yeah.
one say? I can't read the top one. Of the sign.
I couldn't read the top one. I don't think it matters.
All right, so you turn the corner towards Serpool.
I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
All
I
right,
think
so
it's I think it says Ravenloft Village. Or
Oh, it does. Yeah, you're right. Where'd we just come from then?
I don't think Ravenloft Village is a place.
Probably Ravenloft Castle then.
Yeah, castle. Yeah. Or
Yeah,
it's,
that makes sense because we just walked past it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The turn off.
Just take the next exit on your left for Ravenloft Castle.
Okay, so you take a few. You walk. It's getting darker now. Like it's not. It's still light. Like there is some light. It's not pitch black, but it is getting darker. Irina says that you're only a few kilometers away from Serpool, and you turn a corner. And Vip, can you still hear?
Yeah, you can
won't
hear
be
you.
able
Got
to
a
hear
headset.
You turn a corner and you hear this like screech of a bird, and all like on the path in front of you, a raven falls and like aggressively falls into the path, like in clear agony, and slams against the ground. You notice like there's like these barbs in its wings and in like through its chest, and it's like sort of like writhing there like a little bit, like it's like pushing and trying to get up and trying to move, but it's like looks like it's been severely wounded. There's barbs through it, and the barbs are like these silvery sort of like wooden barbs that have cut into this raven.
Sorry, my
Does the
headset
raven
won't
have
come
red
on.
eyes or white eyes?
Black eyes like a normal raven should. And all of you roll a perception check.
It's a raven.
It's a raven.
It is a raven.
Oh, who rolled the 14
I got a
plus?
15 total. Yeah.
That's not
15
bad.
total. Yep.
It's
Okay,
still a
so who rolled that?
Me, Horatio.
Horatio. Okay, so Horatio, you notice the blue tips on its wings and you identify that as to be the same one that was following you around the town of Barovia earlier.
Can I rush up and cast healing hands on it? Or lay on hands, sorry.
Yes, you can. Absolutely.
I'll give it 5 points.
Uh,
Also enough to heal any like disease that it has as well.
Yes. So you go up, you lay your hands on this raven, and while you feel like you are stabilizing it, like it isn't writhing in pain, it still cannot, like the barbs cannot like remove from it. Like it's
I
not
use
easily.
the surgery kit that I picked up on it to see if I can fix it.
Yeah, absolutely, you can. Just as the three of you are distracted, though, you hear this like diabolical screech of this like demonic bird, and this like you see the trees above you like swirling like, and these huge wings that are like beating against the tops of the trees, and it's flying. There's clearly a figure in the air, like in the darkened mist, that is flying through it, and all of a sudden this huge bird-like figure in the mist in front of you slams to the ground and starts walking towards the four of you.
Does the bird look menacing? Like it's
Menacing as fuck.
Yeah.
Like it is not a bird at all. As it gets closer, it is made artificially of like sticks and twigs and branches, and it's like artificially put together like a robot, but with like things you would find in the forest. I'll show you a photo of it. Where is it?
I'm gonna preemptively get a web ready.
See that?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's the-
So that is what is walking towards you, and I'm gonna put you. We're going to be rolling for initiative as well on this. It is coming towards the three of you, the four of you. Sorry, I keep saying that. And I'm putting you on the map now. One moment. Let me know when you're here with me. Fuck, it's lagging, I think. Okay, so it's walking towards you, and you are all rolling for initiative. As this is happening, though, Irina, like, cries out. She says, "This devilry, this is no beast. I've not seen something like this before. I've only heard perhaps rumors of this devilry. It looks like some sort of witchcraft. I don't even see it as something that Strahd would have created."
Oh, there's two of them.
It's funny you should say that. There is actually, so flanked on this bird, on this giant bird thing, is a whole bunch of like a swarm of all these littler ones. Like these, they're like the size, sort of like the size of a crow or a raven, and they are flanking it on all sides, and there's patches of them that are also attacking and coming towards the four of you. Can you all see the battle map?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
All right, roll for initiative.
Finally, a good one.
Not a single good one. I need a Red Bull.
I'm really tired.
Fucking, you better lock in right now.
I'm gonna lock in.
You better
Oh,
fucking
I'm
lock in.
This will be easy peasy. All these other fights we've had.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so the swarm of all these, we'll call them they're called strix. They like a swarm comes to, how far did it go? Okay, perfect. So flies over to Horatio and like swooping down on him, like starts beaking, pecking, and attacking Horatio. And all of them miss. Clearly. Yeah. Can they attack again? No, they cannot. All right, it is all right. So the giant one is going to attack. He's going to go up to, attacking Solomon. So this giant bird, it's literally large in size. So sorry, it's not a monstrosity. It's large, and it is going to attack you by trying to slash you with its gigantic like claws. And assuming it's
not.
gonna miss. So as it does this, as it misses with its giant swipe, it like takes a jump back and like opens up its wings, and all of these like barbs shoot at you. Solomon. And also
No, they
misses.
don't.
Also misses.
No, they do not.
Yeah. And he ends his fucking turn.
Still too hot?
Ratio.
How about you try to
so-
like see if it works?
Just the one that's the big one.
No, the big one's right here. The big
I
one's
can't see
here.
it. Yeah,
I-
I can't see it.
You can't see it.
We can only see
Nah.
2 raven swarms.
Yeah. That's why I was confused because
Oh,
he just went. He's not.
can you see it now?
yeah, I can see it now.
Fuck.
That looks significantly more badass of a token than the other two
Yep.
do.
Sorry about that, everybody.
No, that's fine. What I'm going to ask is, LePage, do you still have burning items?
I-
Spell?
No, we don't have the alchemist fires because we left them in the.
Do you have
hand-
burning spell things at all?
I do have a burning spell.
Oh, that's crazy. I'm gonna disengage and then I'm gonna run up and slam an oil flask on this creature.
Ah. All right, so you're covering. Just roll a d20. Because you've still got to roll to hit.
It's gonna miss and fucking hit one of us. Yeah, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, it sucks.
Unfortunately, you miss. The oil does splatter, though. It does splatter like next to it, just like over here. There is a big splatter of oil on the ground.
Oh, if only Solomon could shove him 1 square away.
Yeah,
I
Horatio
am-
definitely overcooked it.
That was a really, that's a really good fucking flavor too.
It was. It was.
I've used all my things, so I can't.
I
do
reckon
anything
I
else.
would have given a pass on an 8.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's my go done.
That's
It's,
your turn. All right, Irina. Irina is actually gonna. She's a little bit scared of what's going on, but she is going to attack the big one. With a. She's gonna shoot a crossbow at it. Her one-handed crossbow, and fucking miss. And she's gonna end her turn. LePage, go.
Oh, LePage. LePage is gonna move up to the straw thing, and he's gonna use Burning Hands.
Nice. So you're in melee range now. All 3 of you are in melee range of this big dog.
Yep.
Nice. So, what does it look like? What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna just put my hands together and just essentially just shoot the fire out of my hands and try to cook them up, light them on fire.
Yeah, perfect. So as you do this, like the fire like singes and it like screams in this like horrific demonic like scream, and it like reels back and does significant damage, burning like parts of its like limbs off as you do this.
Did you do a deck saving throw?
I didn't. Should I?
You
What is-
should.
what does that do?
It halves your damage if you.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh fuck.
Is that the save? Okay.
Yeah,
All
that's
good.
the save.
Damage applied. All good. Is that your turn? And now what you guys see is like it's like on fire as well in front of you. Like but it's almost like it's super menacing and aggroed as well.
Aside from the fact that obviously it passed the save, did the fire look especially effective on it? Or
Yes.
cool. Good to
Yeah.
know.
Given it's made out of twigs, wood,
Yeah, yeah.
almost entirely, absolutely it does. Yep. Absolutely, Solomon.
Is that the end of your turn, Curtis? It's muted.
Tinder fucking LePage.
Talking to my child.
Fucking Tinder. Go Solomon.
Okay. I'm I'm going to
My child is literally sitting here on the fucking iPad.
pull out my sword.
I'm trying to get her to go to
Is
bed.
she swiping for you?
This one looks like mummy. This one. I'm
God,
sorry, that
this
was
has
so
been
out
an
of pocket.
inappropriate
Wild.
session.
That was,
God.
that was so out of pocket.
That's so wild.
All right, please continue, Solomon.
Mommy number 2. Mommy number 3.
So Solomon pulls out his sword, and it's like almost like it sparks as he pulls it out and lights up in this blue ethereal fire. And he's going to cast Searing Smite and swing at this guy.
Nice.
So first, I'll swing with Helen.
I think you guys are your levels are too high.
14.
I think we need to scale
I
it
think-
back.
I think you need to fucking juice this campaign up.
That's a good question. That does hit.
So first, I'll roll the sword damage. 11, and then I will roll the Searing Smite.
There's no leveling up for fucking years. So how much damage is that? 5 damage?
So, does. Hang on, I'm trying to work out
Oh,
how this works.
11 plus 5. Oh, I need to do a con save.
So it takes an extra d6 damage from the attack. And then at the start of each turn, until the spell ends, the target takes a d6 of fire damage and then makes a con save. So you don't make the con save yet.
Oh,
The con save only happens
every turn.
at the start of its next turn.
No
but
problem.
after it takes damage, so it's guaranteed to take the extra damage.
All right.
That's why it rolled it twice, because the second one is the extra damage it'll take on its next turn.
Okay, so how much damage am I doing? Are you doing now?
So 11 damage, 10 damage that's slashing.
Yep.
11 slashing damage and one fire damage.
Yep.
And then start of its next turn, it'll take 4 fire damage, and then make the save.
All right, done. Okay. Yeah. So obviously the blade searing like bursts into flame. Like more of it is just set alight, and it is making that like ghastly scream. You're almost like having to like close your ears at how wretched it is.
That's it, my turn.
That's the end of your turn. Sorry. Okay, so this swarm of these nasty fucking things runs over to LePage, and also tries to rip and shred and tear him. Fucking just unbelievable rolls. All right, this one. This one is now here, and he's attacking
Surely
Horatio.
Irina's gonna help. Surely.
You guys don't need help. I'm getting rid of Irina. Does nothing
Has
at
anybody
all.
taken damage yet this entire
no
night?
no one is taking damage.
Not
Okay, the big dog now
I love how
is,
when I roll in that one, I destroy a quest line. When they roll in that one, just nothing happens.
Yeah, I did. I literally tried to think of something, but I couldn't. Like, I just couldn't think of it. Okay, so now
They
this-
fly into the oil.
So what? Yeah, this. All right. So the big guy reels back, like it starts like sweeping its wings, and it like flicks off a lot of the fire, still ablaze, but like flicks off a lot of the fire, and then it actually like you see like the other swarms around it like come under its wings, and it like fires a few of these birds and its bolts at all 3 of you in front of it. So you all are going to be attacked here. And you all are going to be hit, I think. Is that right? 22, I would assume.
Last shield.
I still have to roll. Oh, so your AC is 23, so it misses you entirely? Yeah. So it is going to do 6 damage to the 2 of you, and he's going to do the exact. He's like gonna keep firing them and do it again. Rapid fire. Wah. Finally, fuck's sake. Fuck's sake.
That's gonna
Okay,
hit.
that's gonna hit. Critical hit. Alright, so that is gonna do 12 damage on top of that 6 that it just did to all of you. Other
Just
than
remind if you haven't already to add the extra 4 fire damage and make a con save.
I have to do that now, right? But what does the con save do?
So whether the spell continues.
Got it. Okay, I'll do that. For you now.
Technically, you do it at the start of your turn, but
Yeah. But I still take the damage. But
yeah,
the
so you
spell's
take
gone.
the damage and then
Yeah.
do the con save.
Yep.
So now it won't happen on the next turn.
Yep. Okay.
Why are
great.
you sending me a con save?
I didn't send it.
To Game Master host Curtis.
I don't know. That's a concentration save though, so that's not me.
Concentrating on a spell.
Were you concentrating on a what spell did you cast?
Nothing.
It's probably something he casted a while
A long
ago.
time.
Yeah.
This doesn't automatically remove your concentration.
Well, you just lost concentration on whatever it was. Go, Horatio.
Go. Then just go to bed.
Alright, I'm gonna disengage. That
Horatio
hurt.
just got done up.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. I didn't realize that.
I'm gonna hit the big boy with my crossbow.
Sneak attack that motherfucker.
Oh, I will be. Von Richten's kiss is coming in for a smooch.
Is that actually what it's called?
I called it that, yeah.
Okay.
If we don't like it, we can change it.
I like
For a
it.
total of 10 damage.
10 damage on the big guy?
Yeah.
And perfect,
And-
alright.
That is my go because I disengaged as my bonus.
As you shoot the bolt and it strikes it, it does like make like somewhat of a meaningless sort of like dent in it. Like it sort of just like grazes through a part of it and like hits it, but it like doesn't appear to have done a meaningful amount of damage. And that's your turn. Irina. Irina is going to jump in where you have just actually left, and she's going to come in swinging her rapier valiantly to the side of all of you. Get behind me, my little friend. And she is going to hit. She's attacking the big one as well. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong one. Is that a dirty 20? Big damage, Irina. Excellent work. 2 damage. Whose turn is it? Paige.
Yay. I'm back to like normal boring spells again.
Fuck, that happens quickly.
Yeah.
You kill 2 zombies and you're back to cantrips.
No, I'm using cantrips to kill the zombies.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast, but I'm gonna use Lucky for advantage.
Alright.
Actually, I don't think I need it.
You just used
Actually,
it.
no,
though.
I should do it anyway. Yeah, do it anyway.
Yeah.
Always get a nat 20 anyway.
Yeah, so I thought I should always roll it. Yeah. Alright, so I hit the big guy with an Eldritch Blast.
Do you not have disadvantage if you're in melee range? Shooting an Eldritch Blast?
Yeah.
It wouldn't have mattered there because you basically rolled 1. But
Yeah, the
you-
first. Yeah.
just for your
I
awareness.
think in that situation he rolls twice with disadvantage and picks which pair he wants to use.
I forget what it is. There is something funny with that.
Because it's not technically advantage, he just makes the roll twice, and because he's rolling with disadvantage, he rolls twice with disadvantage. And then picks which one he wants to use.
Sure.
Yeah. So
Sure.
there. I took
Okay.
the damage.
You
one.
hit it. You hit it anyways, right? Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And you did 7 damage.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
And then for a bonus action, I'm gonna knife the one in front of me.
Yeah. Like you're gonna like take some swipes at some of the ones flying around.
Yeah.
Yeah. That hits. How much damage? 6?
6.
Yeah. All right. So you slice, you cut up like you do a couple of jabs and you cut up like a few of them, like flying at you and around you, and do some. Yeah, you kill a few of them. And is that your turn,
Yep.
Solomon?
I'm gonna take another big swing on the big guy.
Cool.
22,
That hits.
and I'm gonna Searing Smite again.
Nice.
Dude, I'm rolling bad on the Searing Smite.
That's a weak Searing Smite.
Really. And
So
a
how
weak
much damage
fucking-
is that? So it's 8
Eight
plus.
slashing and 1 fire damage, and then he'll do take 2 fire
That's
damage.
horrible.
Yeah, okay, got it. So 8 plus 1 plus double fire. Yeah.
I rolled nat ones on both the Smite and on Talon.
Okay. Well, that was. Oh yeah, you did. You rolled nat ones, didn't you?
Nuts.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. So this one's. This is the flock that's surrounding LePage, and again is going to. What does this do? Yeah. So this one, like, it's basically like occupying your space. These ones are flying around you, berating you, and missing, doing absolutely nothing. Next one flips around here to attack from the rear and attacking Solomon.
Nope.
All right, so the Manticore is going to do the same attack where it flies up in the air. It is going to flick off some of the fire that is on it, and it is going to multi-attack and try and hit. It's attacking both Solomon and LePage.
Uh-oh.
No,
And with another volley, it's flying. More barbs just are searing and shooting towards you, and
No,
you
it's
guys,
not.
both of you, like quite, you quite dexterously like dodge and flip around, and you like Solomon like does like a dexterous roll away and miss, and everything misses. Horatio, go.
Hey, LePage,
Uh-huh.
do you have another Burning Hands action?
No, I do not.
Well, that's good.
If somebody had oil and fucking hit him the first time.
If only someone had another oil. But he's not burning anymore.
He's
Alright.
burning right now.
he is burning, yeah.
Does the oil do anything extra or just 5 damage like it says in its thing? I think it's just 5 damage. I think it's worth it. I'm just gonna hit him with another crossbow because I'm scared. 18 to hit.
Yep.
And a good old sneak attack.
6 plus.
6 plus 6. 12
I-
total.
Yep, perfect. So again, like, your bolts don't look like they're doing a significant amount of damage to this already wooden beast, but some damage has been obviously done.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk up to the ravens here and swing with an offhanded. I don't know how to calculate it without. Ignore the +7. 12. Does a 12 hit?
That's a good question, actually. Shit, sorry.
Doesn't it work that if you have... Oh, no, you didn't take dual wielding, did you?
12 hits.
No, I don't have dual wielding. Okay. 12 hits? Cool. For a big 4 damage.
Big 4 does not
Yeah.
kill it, but yeah, you cut through like at least one of these in the swarm.
That is my go. The Raven.
Irina, very valiantly, is just still like just rapiering against this large beast in front.
Yeah, doing fucking nothing.
Missing, surely.
Repeatedly
missing,
doing nothing.
literally missing. And that's the end of her turn. LePage, go. Speaking of doing nothing, LePage, your turn.
The king of nothing right now. So I'm in melee with everybody, so
The session always ends with Curtis shitty because he's already used all of his cool spells, and he's
Yeah.
like, "I'm fucking tired. I'm fucking done." Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna use another lucky roll on Ray of Sickness this time. No, sorry, Poison Spray.
Poison spray.
Same.
Is that to hit? 15? 20.
Yep.
Yes, it hits. Five damage.
Yep, to the big guy.
The big guy. All right. All right. So yeah, you burn it like with that acidy shit all over it. And yeah, it's still not dead, but it has been damaged.
I'm just gonna dagger the one in front of me again.
Yeah, the little one.
Yep.
That hits. You're killing it. You kill it. There's two more of these nasty little bird things in the air, these made up bird crow things, and you're killing them. How do you want it to look?
I'm just swinging my dagger profusely because I'm bleeding all over myself, and I have nothing I can do except for try to like hopefully hit one of them as they fly by.
Solomon?
Quickly, did you take the extra fire damage and make a con save on his turn?
I did, and I wrote it in the chat because someone else was talking, but you obviously didn't see it.
I did not see, no.
I did it for you, I promise.
Did it pass the check?
I didn't actually do the check. That's a good question. I'll do it now. I did the damage, sorry. I didn't do the check.
Right. Yeah,
It did pass the check.
Okay.
No longer burning. It is looking worse for wear, though. Like, you have seared most of, like, what makes it a beast off.
And you said it seemed like our regular weapons weren't really doing much to it.
Not even nearly as much as this fire has been doing to it, yes. I think when you slashed it, like, sword is doing more, but, like, the bolts from Horatio seem to do very little.
So my sword is doing normal damage, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll hit it with a sword.
Yeah.
20 something.
That definitely hits.
I rolled a 1 and a 2. Ignore the second damage. I hit my mouse in it.
You got pissed off. You are killing it, Solomon. How do you want to kill this thing?
To be honest with you.
Yeah, I know you've.
Can I just
you are,
like swing at it, trip over, and accidentally kill it?
You can do whatever you want. Explain it
Yeah,
from start to finish.
So Solomon like runs at it and goes to take a big swing, but trips over a root, and the sword flies out of his hands as he falls, and goes straight through the mask of the beast to its like fake, not real brain.
And like it like does this like screech and like flies up into the air like stunned like this, and just falls to the earth. And as it does, it like blows up into like all the little twigs and sticks, and it almost like disappears, like all the sticks just sort of become part of the forest all of a sudden. Much like the crow, the swarm behind, again, just like falls to the earth and just like falls into like pieces, but almost just becomes the earth, and combat ends. And before we go patch up this raven, let's call it a night there.
Cool.
Sounds like a plan.
Sorry
Good
for
game.
such a low energy one, Brad. I'm just very tired today. I don't know why.
That's okay.
My kid's been like in my ear for the last hour.